Thanks for staying with us. We're going to start with the nation. States gas challenge slow down federal government CNG initiative. ECOWAS, Burkina Faso, Niger, Mali free to go January 29th. Federal government goes tough on dormant land assets. Federation account netted 3.14 trillion naira, highest inflow in November. 42 illegal refineries destroyed in Niger Delta. APC retains dominant majority in Senate, boosts in House of Reps. And court convicts 200 Boko Haram terrorists. And NDLA intercepts 3.3 billion naira drugs in cars shipped from Canada. Okay. Story starting with major headline.
The presidential initiative on CNG program, the director, Michael Oluwagbemi, was talking about the President Tinubu's policy of eliminating petrol use and moving us to the CNG, which he says is 70 to 90% cheaper, cleaner and safer, more reliable. Explained what happened, because the nation carries the story from why they went a little bit downwards. He said they took a slow down. They recorded a slowdown because of some states refusing to join the initiative. So they said they had this because the gas is unavailable, as a result of which the southeast and the northeast geopolitical zones have failed to key into the plan. Only 23 out of our 36 states have joined the CNG revolution, which started since the president removed subsidy from petroleum products. But the presidential initiative, Michael Oluwagbemi was saying, they've distributed 150,000 kits and they've achieved conversion of about 50,000 vehicles from petrol usage. And they've also made available more than 2,000. Initially in 2023, they targeted 2,000 kits, but they've upscaled that in 2024 to 4,000 kits and converted about 4,000 cars recently. You can see the graph on just at the bottom of the story in the nation there. They have 100,000 cars that will be converted. They're targeting 100,000 in the next year. They're looking at procuring 3,500 tricycles fully fitted for CNG use, training about 1,000 auto technicians across the country. And by next year, hopefully, by 2027, hopefully they would have increased the numbers to 1 million CNG vehicles across the country. I'm one for it. I'm hoping to get my cars converted to it, because I met 2 farmers in November who have CNG vehicles, and they work in Lagos, farm in Oyo. They go back and forth. They spend less than 10,000 on their trips. Okay. Compared to how I traveled to Kwara, I spent 140,000 on petrol going to Kwara and back.
Okay, definitely the story.
Yes, I have troops of 6th Division of the Nigerian Army. They have continued their onslaught against economic saboteurs in the Niger Delta. They arrested 29 suspected oil thieves and destroyed 42 illegal refineries. They recovered 197,009 liters of stolen products and demolished 32 boats and 12 vehicles used by these saboteurs in the region. So the operations, the troops conducted operations, in Bayelsa State. It would be good for us all to read the report, because it talks about it, like the different areas and what it is that they were able to seize from those areas. So the onslaught was in Bayelsa State as well as Rivers State. Really, it just shows me, from seeing all the numbers, it just shows me how much people have invested in illegal refining. And previous administrations have really taken their eyes off the ball concerning this scam, this economic issues. Yeah, so I'm happy that this is something that they're working on now, and hopefully this will curb their activities going forward. And then, the real resources will go through the right pipeline so that Nigerians can truly enjoy, their sacrifice, especially those in that area. They excavate this crude oil from your place, and then there's nothing economically to show, for all the sacrifices that you are going through in those areas.
All right.
I have the court convinced 200 Boko Haram terrorists, and this one is saying that more than 200 terrorists were prosecuted and convicted during the Phase 6 terrorism trial at the Kanji Detention Facility, Niger State. And these trials were conducted from December 9th to December 13th, according to a statement from the Office of the National Security Advisor, ONSA, that was yesterday. And this says that in addition to the statement, it says that those amongst the sentenced were to the maximum, those that were sentenced on the maximum penalty based on, they were found guilty based on heinous offenses that they've committed, including attacks on women and children, destruction of religious sites, the slaughter of innocent civilians, and the abduction of women and children in brutal assaults at Jina Kara Kai community in Borno State. And it's also saying that the initiative is reflecting the Nigerians' commitment to global practices, global best practices in prosecuting terrorism-related cases, and aligns with the international conventions aimed at protecting the fundamental rights of people and of citizens. And it also said that the phase 5 of the terrorism trial that took place in July this year, they had 143 cases, and out of 143 cases, 125 were also convicted. So this is good. I think that a lot of Nigerians frown at the fact that you are pardoning terrorists for all of that. So this is a good fit.
Let me take the story from ECOWAS. So according to the president of the ECOWAS Commission, Dr. Omar Toure, he said that a decision was taken to permit Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso to exit the ECOWAS. If you recall, these three countries had requested to leave the ECOWAS by January 2025, January 29th, they said. So they've approved, they said it's fine for you to leave. However, they're also asking for a 6-month transitional period where, so yes, by January 29th, you're officially out of ECOWAS. However, we give you January to July 29th, 2025 for transitioning. And during that period, these three countries are allowed to also still come back. So in the regard, the authority extends the mandates to President of Togo and President of Senegal for mediation to continue, hopefully to bring them back into the fold at some point.
So this is our own Brexit?
Yes, at their own Brexit, It was interesting how they didn't even mention Burkina Faso because they're still under transitional issues right now. Moving on now to the Punch. Alga Nulge, and that's NULGE, kick as governors get 2 trillion naira local government allocations. That's concerning the council autonomy. ECOWAS to approve Niger, Mali, Burkina Faso's withdrawal. NDLA seizes 83 kg drugs from Canada, arrests 3. Death toll hits 20 as boat capsized in Benue. Abuja land only valid after payment. APC opposition welcome planned PVC withdrawal. Tinubu not threatened by Obasanjo, Kwakanso, and Obi 2027 talks. And OPS fears SMEs collapse as cash scarcity lingers. Okay, let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we continue with the review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.